cross, lovely.
Oh, Janet, thank you. Good morning. Let's call this joint town council budget meeting to order. I don't think I can read it.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
As some of you may have heard, our community recently lost Sherry Estabrook, who served Standish as one half of our very dedicated AV team. Her professionalism and commitment will be greatly missed. We also extend our heartfelt thoughts to her husband and partner, John. Please join us for a moment of silence to honor Sherry.
Thank you. All right, let's stand for those who'd like to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we do a roll call, Angela? Yeah, Gardner, excused. Christie? Is he excused or absent?
Excused.
Thank you. And then Deacon?
Someone said vacation.
Oh, okay, so excused. Pomelo?
Here.
Strubing? Here. Thomas?
Here.
And Watson?
Here.
And then for budget committee, we have Kassad?
Here.
Finley?
Here.
McFerrin?
Here.
Paul?
Here.
Perrin? Waig?
Here.
And Watson?
Here.
All right, new business. Yep, so we start off with review of the budget committee's recommendations for the FY '27 municipal operating budget.
Good morning, Heidi. The Budget Committee thanks the Town Council, Town Manager, and Department Heads, those that are here, for having the committee present for the budget review and for allowing questions during the combined meetings. These meetings provided helpful information, were very valuable in the time of review for the proposed fiscal year 2027 municipal budget. The Budget Committee, in accordance with the Standish Town Charter, Section 401B, respectfully rejects the fiscal year 2027 municipal budget as submitted by the Town Council. The following recommendations are a result of our Budget Committee's review of the Town Council proposed budget. And there is only one recommendation, and it is on page 205, donations. So all of the other, Lisa, would you, Madam Chair, excuse me, would you like me to share with you all of the ones that there's no changes?
No, that's fine.
Okay, thank you. Under donations, miscellaneous associations, the recommendation is the Old Red Church to be reduced from $10,000 to $5,000. Was approved with a 5 yes, 1 no vote in favor. The town is looking to sell the building to the trustees for $1 in hopes that the organization will obtain nonprofit status and apply for grants to sustain building projects and upkeep. The $5,000 is a fair amount, and once they become a nonprofit, they can apply for the grant funding. Those opposed had mentioned that it was a historical building. And that is the only recommendation that we have. We submit those to you. We do have some, I don't know if you'd like for me to read our recommendations in regards to just the budgeting process. They're not line items.
Let's save those.
Sure.
Maybe for after.
Okay.
Thank you for that recommendation. Is there any discussion from the council on that? I do have a question. How soon do we anticipate that church being sold?
I know they're going through the legal process, so I can't say how far along they are. Scott, do you?
I don't have any,
Yeah, I know that they're,
I haven't heard.
yeah,
Do we anticipate in the next fiscal year?
I hope so.
yeah.
Okay.
Agree.
All right, thank you. Is there any, go ahead.
No question. I was just gonna make a motion to accept the budget committee's one recommendation for the $5,000.
Can we wait until I make sure that there's no more discussion? Thank you, Brandon. Is there any more discussion from the council? Or budget? Good? Okay, go ahead, Brandon.
I'd make a motion that we accept the one budget committee change for the reducing it to the $5,000 from the 10.
I second that. All in favor? 4 yeses. With that being the only recommendation to accept, I don't have a problem with going over the budget committee's requests for next year right now. Is that okay with everyone? Awesome. Go ahead, Heidi.
Thank you very
And
much.
will you have copies of these for us?
They are in my minutes. I can give this to someone and you could give it to them. Yeah, sure. They're in our minutes from our last meeting. We wanted to suggest, and maybe there's just, some of these could just essentially be like a conversation, but porta potties is currently under building maintenance. But the majority of those porta potties are managed by Parks and Rec. There are 2 that are not. So we were thinking that suggesting just moving that over to Parks and Rec potentially so that they could manage those porta potties that they have. I'm sure there is a section in their budget for porta potties, but it's always zeroed out because it's under building maintenance. So that was just that suggestion. And I don't know what the history of it, when it switched over and the whys and all that, but there's just that. We appreciate the notes. They were really great this year. They did a great job of providing us with information. We would always encourage more notes or explanation. With salaries, for example, and how many jobs each line item accounts for, some of us go back in, like with the public safety, and we're like, oh, this is 4, or this is 8 employees. It just kind of helps us give a better picture. And I think also the transparency with residents as well. Then there was also a mention of having a staff person at our meetings to answer our questions. And we wanted to thank Public Safety for their great notes. I know that Public Works did a great job as well. And so we're thankful for those things, but then there's definitely always questions that come up, and we think sometimes that more notes in the budget books could be helpful. Regarding donations, we are encouraged to see the policies being held to that have been formed in the past few years. That some of us that have been on the budget committee for a little bit of time have noticed those changes being made, and we're thankful for that. We would like to suggest a $45,000 to $50,000 cap as a whole on donations, with a max per organization donations being capped individually, as well as maybe somewhere around $5,000. Budget committee is welcome to speak on any of these, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
As I go over these things. This is still under donations, that the town maintain a list of the donation requests. I know that this year there was an entire group of people that weren't here because of, I don't know, we don't, why they weren't here, but potentially sending out an email a week prior to as a reminder for the donation meeting. The other suggestion that I had was to put a QR code on the application for our town calendar so that they could just scan that. I don't know how those are sent. Are they sent, do people come pick them up, the packets, and apply, or is it online?
It's all
It's online.
And
So
we
maybe
did
just a
already,
link.
we did already update the form saying, please check the schedule.
Awesome.
We do not notify people like you have to be in charge of monitoring when our meeting is.
Okay. All right, holding the organization is accountable for the requested items and complete packets. I noticed that many organizations had full packets with their receipts and the things that were requested, and there were a few that didn't have all of that. And then we were also suggested, because libraries is under donations, that they receive like an annual flat donation. Could the council agree on a base amount to support the library so that they don't have to continually request donations? I understand that the council changes from year to year. We all understand that. But if the library's got a flat donation, whether it was, $2,000 for this library and $5,000 for another library, whatever that amount is, within that like general cap on all of the donations, that kind of was what our suggest was, and in general consensus from the entire budget committee. Then raises were definitely a conversation for us this year, which thank you, Tasha, for your email and helping us understand that more. But one of the suggestions that came up were merit-based raises, and not just a flat out COLA. Going forward, we would like to suggest that keeping our cost of living raises aligned with Social Security in the state of Maine, not above them. So this year is 2.8%, but our COLA raise was 3.5%. And that is it. Any comments from the budget committee as I've just reviewed these things? Thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you. Thank you to the budget committee for everything you did. I know it was a tight squeeze. Things got kind of pushed a little bit, so we appreciate all of your work. I think with that, do we need to, let's see, remind me, I watched last year's, but now do we make a motion to accept all of the budget committee's recommendations? Would someone like to do that?
We must accept all the recommendations.
Thank you.
Second.
Awesome. All in favor? 4 yeses. And then now that we've accepted their recommendations, do we need to make a motion to receive the budget as a whole? Or is that new business?
Yeah, it's under new
This is new
business.
New business. So are we wrapped up for this first meeting then?
Yeah.
Excellent. So, go ahead.
So do we need to formally adjourn this first reading?
I don't know. Do we need to formally?
I think you can just.
To the next agenda?
The next item
I
Okay.
think you need to go to the next agenda because 9-26.
Yeah.
is on it.
That's the new business? Okay. So we can just move forward with the new business?
Yes.
Excellent.
So you don't.
All right. So Angela, can we move forward with new business? Thank you. This might be the fastest one that I think we've ever had.
So we have 39-26, receive Budget Committee's recommendations for the FY '27 municipal operating budget, whereas the FY '27 Town of Standish municipal operating budget was forwarded by Town Council Order 25-26 to the Budget Committee pursuant to the requirements of Standish Charter. And whereas the Budget Committee has returned written comments to the municipal operating budget under their letter of transmittal, now be it ordered that the Budget Committee's budget recommendations are hereby received by the Town Council for the proposal FY '27 Town of Standish municipal operating budget, and further order that the Town Council votes on the Budget Committee's recommendations regarding the municipal operating budget as followed. Further order that both municipal officers and Budget Committee's recommendations regarding each article is printed on the annual town meeting warrant.
Excellent. We don't have any discussion, right? Do we just go to roll call?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
All right, those three are done. Pomelo,
Yes.
Strubing.
Yes.
Thomas. Yes. And Watson.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. And is there a motion to accept the budget as a whole?
No, we're done.
We're done? That's it? That was the acceptance as a whole?
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
No
Well, then,
other, no other items.
did anyone have anything else?
Sure.
I just wanted to thank the Budget Committee for their hard work. We really made you hustle this year, and I apologize for that. As a member of the Finance Committee, we should have kept a better tab on looking at the schedule, and we'll keep a better eye on that next year. Thank you very much.
Go ahead, Scott.
Forgiven.
I just would like to make a comment on that. I apologize for that as well. Next year, just so everyone knows, I'll be putting that first meeting out early in March, that first weekend, even if it's before the public hearing. It would be March 6th, I think, I looked at the calendar, so.
Thank you very much.
It'll be more time.
Apology accepted, and thank you very much. Thank you.
Excellent. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? 4.
This is quick.